What if I told you that the best Smash Bros. Character ever wasn't a character?
You sit down right here?
Yeah, sit down right there. Yeah, sit down.
Who would think we'd be here today, you know? What a legacy. What a legacy, you know what I'm saying?
Does it make you emotional sitting here, seeing where you've come the last 11 months?
Sure, yeah. Sure. Last 11 months have been insane, you know? I mean, a blessing and a curse, I think. God's creation. I'm not sure if it was meant to have a passion as strong as this.
Money P-Bags was born in an unknown year, in a small family, in a small home, with a small father and a small mother. As a matter of fact, the only thing big about him was his nose.
I didn't have what most kids had. Growing up, my parents almost were legally short. That made me legally short. When you're 5'2" and you got a beak of a nose, you get made fun of a little bit. I remember going into kindergarten when I was in kindergarten. But at this point I was in Montana, and I remember the kids sticking rulers up my nose holes because they are so big. And then I went home and I literally went on my computer and I Googled characters or superheroes with big noses, just because I wanted somebody who I could base my life around. Ever since then, I started basing my nose on with this thing. Girl's never gonna like that. No, girl, that's how I play this. None of it would happen without him.
Some may call him Luigi, but that small boy from that small family and that small home, from the small father and the small mother, would call him Big Nose Lotch.
I was in kindergarten when Big Nose Lotch became my life. When I started basing everything I did, I talked like him, I acted like him. I actually took nose enhancing pills because I wanted to be like him. Ever since kindergarten, I've been acting like him. I mean, I've been, you know, kicking and then like, just like with my girlfriend, I do that all the time. And then I started thinking about his personality, and heck, there's books on it, man. I mean, his emotional state is something that I can't even describe to you, honestly. You would have to read 9,000 books to get to what I'm talking about.
Did you read 9,000 books?
I would say 19,000 books on him.
Big Nose Lotch was the highest tier character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the best game in the series. There have never been stronger tournament results in history than Money P-Bag's Big Nose Lotch. What makes Lotch unique isn't his moveset. It's what people say is his attitude.
His attitude. I would say his attitude is the number one thing I try to... Because he's always chill. He's not the alpha male. He doesn't have to be the alpha male in the room. He wants to be your friend. He wants to be someone you can play with.
Our team spent years in the lab trying to find out just what made Big Nose Lotch unique. But we soon found out the best way to find this out was to go out and ask people on the streets.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, excuse me. No. Can we just ask you some questions?
No,
we just want to ask you some questions about Big Nose Lotch and if he's had an effect on you. We're trying to do a study on him in the community and like how the community views him.
Sure, man. Yeah, bro. You know what? Growing up in these streets of Brooklyn, man, you didn't have many role models, bro. You didn't. I mean, you had Big Nose Lotch and you had them NFL superstars. You know what I'm saying? So, sure, man. He had of an impact on me, man. Of an impact. Oh, Big Nose Lotch! Yeah, hot dog, he's a superstar! So do pedals! Oh, Merry Christmas!
Big Nose Lotch. Oh, Big Nose Lotch, my favorite. Oh, I love Big Nose Lotch. When I was a kid, we used to drive around town. We'd have Snickers in the back of the car, and we'd be watching Big Nose Lotch highlight videos. And you know, he just encouraged a whole community of people. You know what I'm saying? A whole community of people. What are you doing with the camera? What are these angles about? Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Yeah?
Can we ask you if Big Nose Lotch has had a positive effect on your community?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Big Nose Lotch is huge for me. I was a single mother of 5 kids. I adopted the first 2 at a very young age, and then I was stupid, and I actually produced 3 more. So, Big Nose Lotch was always there for me during my motherhood. Gosh, I remember every day of the week, I would sit the kids down, we'd give them some Cheez-Its, and they would sit on the couch and watch Big Nose Lotch, and I would feel good about myself. I'd feel good about being a mother, about being a parent, and being a single mother, heck. So, one particular time I can remember, this was a Sunday afternoon, I was watching Big Nose Lotch, and he actually ended up landing an up-B attack, and then he took communion after. So, I remember looking at the kids, I poked my head in there and looked at them, and I said, God, you are good to me, God, you're always there.
Now, with all this information in our minds, we asked Money P-Bags one final question. What are your final thoughts on Big Nose Lotch? And with Ultimate hours away, what do you think he can keep doing for society?
If you're using Big Nose Lotch, you're on the right track. Love him, and he will love you back. Use his technique, use his finishes, use his smash attacks, but most of all, juggle with him. Juggling is good with Big Nose Lotch. I want to work on juggling myself. So if you're new, don't try it, because I'm a lot better than you.
Well, what do you think about Elegant? SoCal Luigi? What do you...
I don't know who that is. He's probably not very good, because I don't know who he is. If he's not, I'm in a book. I'm in a Luigi book. So if he's not in the Luigi book, he sucks. Yeah. Elegant, you suck. And in Ultimate, I think Luigi is gonna suck balls.